I don't know if I've met any of you guys. Michelle, have we met?
Yeah, we've done, I don't know that we've met personally, but I've been in a couple of things I think you've done.
Okay, cool. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Adam, I can't see your face. I'm not sure which Adam this is, but nice to meet you.
All right, thanks. This is Allison. Adam
Oh,
Anderson.
it's Allison. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay.
And Gary. I don't know which Gary's on either. I'm not sure if I've met Gary, but hi, Gary. So I will share my screen in just a few minutes. We'll probably have a pretty small group. So if there's anything specific that you guys want to take a look at or talk about, we can definitely do that.
Sit down.
Allison's upside down. I just had a few things in mind for this class. So really for this class, I wanted to go through what I call your setup, your technology setup, because a lot of the other classes you attend are going to require you to have some of these things set up. So I want to take a look at the command marketing profile and making sure that you've got your applications connected within your settings, your KW app, some things like that, because until you have those things really set up, you can't use anything else. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I was just telling everybody, I think we'll probably have a pretty small group today. So if there's anything particular as I'm going along that you guys want to know more about, stop me and we can take a look at some of those things.
Perfect. Thank you.
You are welcome. All right, so I'll share my screen. Does everybody know their command username, username and password?
Yep.
Cool.
What? Yeah.
All right.
Is this recorded?
I think so. Let me see.
It says on my screen it's recorded.
Okay, good.
I have another agent that would greatly benefit, but she's working right now, so.
Yeah. And we'll post it. I can post it later to the YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys know about our YouTube channel, but most of our classes we do on Zoom are now uploaded. The recordings are uploaded, so that's an awesome place to go back and see what you missed or kind of just rewatch as a refresher.
So it's on Zoom, like a YouTube channel, you say?
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. And what I'll do, Allison, is after the class, I will just make sure I jot down everybody who was on, and I'll send you guys a quick follow-up email with the link to that YouTube channel.
Okay.
All right, so first thing I want to take a look at, and this is kind of the path I take with my new agents who have just onboarded as well, just taking a look at your kind of back-end settings to make sure that you're set up correctly. So the first thing I want to look at is going to be the marketing profile. So your marketing profile is really important because your designs that you're creating through Command, if you're using Command to create a social media design or maybe an open house flyer, a lot of the information that's going to pull in and make that design really, really easy is going to come from your marketing profile. Your profile on our main office website. So if you were to go to Brighton's office website or Greece office website, the information that pulls to your contact is also from your marketing profile. So it's really important to have the correct information in there. And it's really quite easy. I just wanted to show you guys around and see if you had any questions.
What
So
about
to get here, you're going to come up to your name and settings. And there's a few different main categories within your settings. Under connect settings, and this might be a good note to make, is where you're going to find your marketing profile. You might think it's in general settings or command settings, but it's actually nestled under connect settings. So as a brand new agent, and I don't know how many people are fresh or just starting out on this call, when Command is created for you, your account's created for you, a lot of the times most of your information is going to be in here already. As an existing agent or an agent who's been with KW for 2-3 years. When Command got started, it did input automatically some of your information, but it might be missing things. Phone numbers might need to be updated. So it's good to come back through here. So mine's a little different because I've used it for test purposes. So you can see my photo is just a circle KW. It is very important, obviously, to have your headshot in here. If you don't have a headshot, obviously that's something you want to get ASAP. To upload your photo in here, you're going to have it saved on your computer. It does need to be 360 by 360. So I can share with you guys how to change the size of an image, because I've had a lot of agents who will upload their headshot and it's a little distorted or it's a little stretched. So what you can do is you can use a really awesome free website. Whoops. Bars in the way. A really awesome free website called Pixlr, I believe. So if you type it in, here it is. It's my first one that pops up. And you've got Pixlr X or Pixlr E. So I always use, what do I use? I always use X, I believe. Yeah. And what you would do is you would just upload your photo. I'm going to show you really quick, and I'll send these instructions in my follow-up email as well. Here I am. Upload your photo, and then you can use, I'm going to have to unlock. This is an arrange button, and it's going to let you change the size of this photo so that it fits really nicely into the marketing profile. You would hit the save button and then download. So if you're having problems, some headshots aren't bad. Other headshots, for some reason, they get a little distorted. So I will share with you guys the instructions on how to get back to that website if you ever need to resize a photo. There is a spot for team logo. So interesting part about team logo is once you upload something in here, there isn't any way to take it out. So what I've seen happen is I've had some agents who aren't on a team who've uploaded maybe their headshot there on accident, and there isn't a button to clear it out or exit it out. So that's something that's been driving people a little crazy. So what I can recommend in this situation is to just put something white there if you can. White background I've Googled before. And I've just popped in like a white square that I found online as kind of a placeholder. So, oh, no, I'm stuck. Hang on, guys. There we go. So that is a little tip. If you ever put something in there on accident, you can't just upload a white square there. I've asked our regional tech guy a couple times about this, and Keller Williams International is aware of it. So their tech team is working on it. I think right now they're working on some bigger projects, and some of this little stuff's falling behind. So we're going to go through this super quick. Obviously, this is pretty straightforward info, guys, that needs to go in here. Again, I've messed around with this a little bit and used it for some other things for the market center. So I've got some funky stuff in here. Team name. So only if you're on a team, you're going to leave it blank. Otherwise, licensed real estate person. Real estate. No. Salesperson. There we go. It's Monday. Bio. So I would encourage you guys, if you haven't updated your bio in here, there's a really nice bio that's already there for you. And I tell a lot of agents to you can pick and choose what's in there. There's a couple really good sentences that I love. Some of the verbiage that they use is really nice. So you can always keep some of what's there and kind of add your own twist to it. Following this, you've got your cell phone, office phone, email, your website. So this is important to have set up. I'm going to show you guys where to set up your website. We're not going to go all the way through it today. That's kind of going to be a class in its own. Market Center logos. I hope everybody knows where to find their logos. If not, I'm going to show you very quick. You can tell too what is required here by this little red star.
Yeah, I need to fix mine.
Not going to let you keep going. For example, Market Center license number doesn't have the red star. Don't care, doesn't need to be in there. So if you're looking for logos, and trust me, everybody's always looking for logos, I would bookmark the page I'm about to show you. So if you go to kwconnect.com, am I in the right place? Nope. Sorry, guys, my brain. MYKW.kw.com. And you go to the marketing tab. You've got this icon for logos and branding. You scroll down, it's going to let you search. This kind of gets lost sometimes. It's right in the center of the page. So you can search by your market center number or your market center name. I know that our market center number is 862. And then you can download the entire file of logos. So this is going to give you the transparent logos, the colorful logos, black and white, everything you need. So keep in mind, and once you download them once, I would just save them on your computer so they're always there. So that's a quick tip to find logos. Get it out. There we go. Compliance. So this legal footer text was created, I think Chris put something together from the Brighton office. I can share this text with you guys. If you don't have something in there, you're gonna wanna make sure that you've got the legal footer text. So I will share that with you. I'll also make sure that I share the fair housing link. This is really important to have on your website right now. At this point, the fair housing tab, it should be on the top of the page. Right now it's at the bottom. So that's something that they're working on fixing as well. Just be aware it is on there. It's just gonna be at the bottom. So these social media profiles are super cool. So if you put in your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, any of your links to your social media profile, it's automatically gonna create a tab on your website that takes you straight to that profile. So a lot of people don't know that. If you put your info in here, it will create a tab specific to your Facebook, your Instagram, and it looks really cool on your website. So Facebook pixel and ads. So you can add a pixel ID. I haven't set this up yet. I can share a little more. I can share an article with you guys on this. I haven't used it or tried it yet. The Google Analytics ID is to track visitors and anybody using your site. And again, I haven't messed with this much. I don't know too many agents who have. So this might be something that I research a little more and do another class on if it's successful or if people are finding success with it. Last thing on your marketing profile page, and mine looks a little different because I'm not set up as an agent, is your KW app link. So if you're ever looking for your app link, you forget where to find it, you can always come right in here and find it. So I'll send you guys, like I said, a couple things as a follow-up that you might need. I'll make sure I send you instructions on resizing your photos. And the last thing I want to point out on here is this little toggle switch. So if this is set to off, it may not automatically shoot. If you go in and update it, it might not automatically sync to your marketing to your website or to your app. So always make sure that after you make changes that you have this little green guy on so that anything new that you add is automatically syncing. Any questions on marketing profile? Okay. So next I want to go back into the general settings. So with move stuff on me. Command settings. Next in command settings is your applications. So this is a super awesome part of command because command integrates with a lot of things that we use on a day-to-day. So the first thing on this list is DocuSign. And I know that each market center is a little different. I know, for example, that Brighton doesn't require you to split your documents. You can upload your contract, you can upload your offer, your listing contract in one big file. On the west side, we do things a little different. You are required to split your documents. So we use DocuSign for that feature. DocuSign also gives you the ability to electronically sign. So all of our GRAR forms are uploaded in DocuSign. All of our checklists are in DocuSign, our KW specific forms, so the franchise, things like that. It's very similar to Authentisign. Get in a chat. Mine always asks for payment. I'm interested. Okay, Canandaigua, I believe, does it all at once. Gary, I don't know if you're still trying to get into Command, but the website, I'm going to type it in here, agent.kw.com. I will find out more info on analytics for you. Sorry, guys. So DocuSign's awesome. You can use it very similarly to Authentisign. The cool part about it is that it's automatically synced right in with Command. So I know a lot of the times our agents here who are using Authentisign or Transaction Desk, once you have your signed paperwork, you end up having to download it and then re-upload it in Command. So to avoid that, you could sync DocuSign in to Command, and you could use DocuSign for your electronic signatures. That way, everything just goes right into Command and you're not downloading and re-uploading. That is more of a personal preference, guys. Some of my agents here, they don't like DocuSign. They prefer to use Authentisign. That's fine. It's whatever works best for you. I'm going to disconnect my account quick to show you guys what it looks like to connect. Disappeared on me. Here it is. Okay. So once you disconnect, it kind of moves itself down. So to connect an account, if you have never connected your DocuSign account, it is going to pull up with your first name, last name, and a preferred email. You can change this email if you're not using your KW email. If you're using a different business email, you can absolutely change it. And then you're going to send yourself a registration email. That registration email is just going to send you a link to verify and authorize your account. And then you're going to come back into Command, into your applications, and it's just going to ask you to approve. So it's super, super easy to connect. I would recommend having it connected just in case you want to use maybe the splitting tool, or if you're combining, maybe you want to combine your PCD and your lead, or I don't know. Oh, there's a bumblebee in the basement. I don't know why we have bees in the office basement, but if you guys hear me freak out and run away, that's why. So DocuSign's really awesome. Very, very, oh boy, very, very easy to connect. Back up at the top, your next application is going to be, I better connect this before I forget. I already have an account, so I just log in. There we go. So next thing on my list is going to be Facebook. Again, this is super easy to connect. You can only have one account connected, and it has to be a Facebook business page. So you cannot connect a personal account. If you try to connect a personal account, it's not going to let you. You can connect multiple business pages. So again, super easy to go in and connect account. Beyond me. Sorry, guys. Adam, I am getting your chats. I shouldn't try and charge you for it. I will send a follow-up email that has instructions on accessing the logos again. You can also contact Bob or Morgan. They might be able to just send you the direct file. Facebook's super important to have connected, guys. If you want to use designs to schedule directly to your Facebook, again, to avoid that downloading and re-uploading, you can schedule posts, you can schedule campaigns right out of Command to go to Facebook. Mm-hmm. Google Calendar is next. I love this. So I don't know how many of you guys are using Command right now. Using it, I guess, to stay in touch with your contacts or to stay in touch with your sphere. I know that some of my agents here are using it a lot for their transaction management through opportunities. So your Google Calendar can sync right in with Command. That way, if you're scheduling appointments or putting appointments into maybe a contacts card, if you know you have to meet with them in 2 weeks, there's a really great button that you click that just says, take me to calendar, and you can put it right into your Google Calendar. So those two things sync up. Gmail, and I'll show you guys how this works. Maybe I might have cleared my contacts out. I might be able to show you how this works. If you connect your account, again, it's super easy. I can disconnect here if I want and connect account. It's just going to ask me which account. And all I have to do is sign in, and it's going to ask me to allow. So very, very easy to connect. I would recommend having your email connected, because within your contact cards, anytime you are emailing with a contact, within the timeline is going to show all of your correspondence. So it's not going to show the full email, but it's going to show a snippet. It's going to show the day and time that you sent the email. And then there's a button that actually takes you into your Google email to read that full email. I know that I spend a lot of time searching for emails. I can't remember when I talked to this person last. It's a million emails deep by now. So this is a really cool way to be able to go into your contact and find the last time you spoke with them, or if you're looking for a really specific email, it's an awesome tool. So PieSync is the next thing on here. Depending on if you have your contacts synced with Command already, or maybe if you've uploaded your contacts already, you might not use this. I have mine connected, because the cool thing about PieSync, what it is it's going to allow you to choose which platform that you would like your contacts to sync from. So maybe you want your phone contacts to sync in from your iPhone, or you want your Google contacts like me to sync into Command. So I have it set up that every time I add a contact in my Google account, it automatically goes into Command as well. And you can turn this on both ways. So if I add a contact into my Command, I could have it go into my Google contacts as well. And there's a lot of different choices that you guys have. You can connect a lot of different platforms through PieSync. So if you've got iCloud contacts, Outlook, Microsoft Exchange, there's a ton of places that you can pull your contacts from. So this is a pretty easy and seamless way of uploading contacts and then having them stay in sync. So if you're somebody who's always putting contacts into your iPhone, rather than having to put them into Command a second time, you can just have your iPhone sync directly to Command. Some people might not like that. I don't know. I put pizza places in my contacts and my hairdresser, so I'm a little different. Twitter, very easy. Again, I don't know how many people have Twitter, but it works very much like Facebook for scheduling purposes. As you get down lower, Twilio. A lot of people ask me about Twilio. So if you decide to connect Twilio, you will have to create an account. And within that account, you get to choose a phone number. So common misconception is that you get to use your own mobile phone number. Not the case, unfortunately. You can pay, I think, $1 and choose a local number. So maybe you choose a 585 number. If you do choose to use Twilio and you set up a number, anytime you're using a smart plan within Command, and we can go into smart plans in a minute, anytime you're using a smart plan within Command that requires a text message, it's going to send from your Twilio number, and it's going to charge you 1 cent from your account. So you kind of load your account up with 20 bucks and you're off and running, and then you load it up again the next month, or so on and so forth. Keep in mind that if you do use Twilio, it's a really good idea to edit those text messages that you're sending out, so you can change the verbiage in the text message through your smart plans. If you do that, you're probably going to want to say, hey, this is Allison with Keller Williams, Gateway, and this is my marketing number, or this is my, I don't know, this is my text number or something. So that they're not confusing your new Twilio number with your actual cell phone number. So just be careful of that, or be aware of that. Throughout marketing, automation, again, guys, this is just a second place to sync your Facebook that you're gonna wanna make sure you have synced. This is what pulls for the paid ads portion of Command. If you've used paid ads, you know that you have to have your business page synced up as well. So last couple things on here are for email services. So we'll talk a little bit about the difference between Command Email and MailChimp. When Command was originally rolled out, MailChimp was the platform that was going to be used to power emails out of Command. After we signed our contract with them, or after we synced up with them, they ended up changing the rules around how many emails you could send and for how much money. So we decided, or KW decided, to create their own Command email. So that's something big that they're working on right now, to be able to schedule really nice emails, to do an email design editor. So currently you can build your own email in Command and send it, but the design editor I wouldn't say is the most user-friendly. So they're working on that right now so that they can offer really great templates and some easy ways to email directly out of Command versus having to sync your account with a third-party site like MailChimp and having to email, through MailChimp. I use MailChimp. I don't know if I'm sure you guys see a lot of the emails that Jeremy sends out and that I send out for open houses. It looks like it's coming from, that agent. It looks like it's coming from Jeff Lamica, but actually I can send it out via MailChimp to a large audience. So I use MailChimp a lot to email the entire board. So it is still an option. If you're interested in using MailChimp, you still can connect it. If you choose to connect it, you do have access to a bunch of their templates and a bunch of their marketing. So hang tight, Command Email will be coming soon. If you are using Smart Plans again, that will come from Command Email. So it's really good to hit this Manage button and make sure that you have your correct email address in here. So that if you are using Smart Plans, and this could just be maybe you have a Smart Plan in place for Facebook leads. If you're getting Facebook leads and you add them to a Smart Plan, and the first step is send an email, following up or introducing yourself. When you send that email, you're going to want it to come from you, and you're going to want any replies to go to you. So make sure that you connect the Command Email setting. I'm getting chats. MailChimp did start to charge. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Very sad. I don't know how long it will be for the design editor. At first they said August, and then when I was on my regional tech call, it did get pushed back because of MegaCamp. There's a lot of new functionality rolling out around the time of MegaCamp, which is I think the second or third week in September. So let's hope it's soon. It's one of the big things they're working on. All right, you can connect more apps through Command as well. Those are your pretty straightforward apps. There's a lot of other apps you can connect. It's going to take you into the Facebook Marketplace. I think most of these are paid for. I find a lot of, and not so much with our market centers, a lot of our agents are adapting to Command and what they have to offer. But some bigger teams who are used to specific tools or specific apps, they don't want to give those up. You can integrate a lot of those things with Command. So if there's something specific you're looking for, something that you want to see if it's compatible, come to the marketplace and you can see if it integrates with Command. All right. So that's a little bit within your settings for your setup. Does anybody have questions on applications? All right. The next place I want to hop over to is going to be designs. So I think designs is probably one of my favorite areas in Command. I do a lot with agents on their marketing. I love designs because they have the greatest, the coolest templates really, and things that take 5 minutes to create and they look like they took you 5 hours. So they're nice. So I'm going to show you guys where I've had a lot of agents recently struggling with their designs because their logos aren't pulling in or their headshot isn't pulling in. So there's a secret place that you're gonna wanna make sure is set up before you really start using designs. If you are using designs and you can't figure out how to get your headshot and your logos to pull in, I'm gonna show you where you can do that. I'm just gonna choose a design quick just for the purpose of getting to where I need to be. So let's say I wanna do a print design. It's gonna take me into all of the templates I can choose from for print designs. And when it says print, that's of course something that you would print. So whether it's a postcard, maybe it is if you go into listing presentations, it's your listing presentations, it is brochures, flyers, if you're doing an open house flyer or a just listed flyer. Something I will point out, I know this isn't a designs class, I did that last week. If you want to create a print design and post it on your Facebook, you can do that. Just because it says print doesn't mean that it's not compatible with Facebook. Instagram, however, has to be a certain size, so you're going to want to stick with specifically Instagram templates. But if you do want to post a flyer to Facebook, you can use any of the print designs as well. So that kind of opens things up for you guys, lots more designs. So when I'm looking at my templates on the right-hand side, people miss this little, oops, sorry. People miss the little library sign all the time. And your library is a very important place. So over here to the right, you've got this little library plus. This section should be, I don't know why it wasn't for some, should autofill from your marketing profile.
Oh,
Double check it. Because if it doesn't, you're going to want to put your info in here. So all the normal stuff that we're all used to. Within the text section at the top, we've got details, text. This is going to be any text that you use all the time. So you can see here it says, say goodbye to retyping and re-proofreading text. So Jeff Vetter just joined us. His tagline is, it's always better with Vetter. So maybe that's something that he puts on his designs all the time. That would be something great to save in your library because you don't have to constantly retype it on your design. Images. So this would be your headshot. Like I said, my profile set up kind of funky. So normally your headshot would be in images, or what else would be in your images? I don't know if there's specific images that you guys use a lot. You can upload them here. Logos is probably your most important part. This is going to save you a lot of time. So if you are downloading logos to your PC, you know, if you're wanting to upload your logos, obviously you have to make sure that you have them downloaded on your PC first. So I know that mine are saved in my flash drive for my new agents under logos. Nope, details. PNG files are typically your transparent versions. So if I want a transparent logo, I usually choose my PNG file. You can tell on this one that it's the one with the white text. So making sure that you've got your logos uploaded here, it's going to make your life a lot easier when you get into your design so that you're not having to constantly retype your name and your phone number. The last thing on here is your brand kit. So if you are branding yourself, or you're setting up your logo, your team logo, and you've got specific colors that you use. I think Brene from our office, she uses like red, black, and gold. So maybe she's going to add in her colors that she uses very often. You can also add in fonts. So there is a way to download fonts from online. I haven't tried it yet, but if there are specific fonts that you really like, you can actually upload those fonts. So that's kind of a cool thing. You help old agents not used to the technology or just new. I help all agents. I actually really love to help agents who are less technology savvy. I think that it's probably my favorite part of my job is helping people with our technology. So you guys, like I said, I'll email you anybody who wants to set up a one-on-one with me or you want to go over anything specific. I'm so happy to set up a time with you. All right. Any questions on Designs Library?
Yes, Abby, mine does not look like that.
What does yours look like?
Mine just has my design templates. I don't have the little red button or anything.
When you're adding a new design and you're
I
choosing,
where do I add? Because I went to print on top of mine and it just gave me like one option.
okay. So when you're looking, oh, hang on, let me get back to my homepage quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, when you're looking at your designs view, so for example, when I click on designs, it's automatically taking me to my saved designs. So when I click on social, these are all the designs I have created within the social category. You may not have created any yet. So what you need to do to create one and get to that library button,
Okay.
a sign on the bottom,
Okay.
then choose social.
And then it will give me the, all right.
Then it's going to take you into the templates where you can access your library.
Okay, let's see. Thank you. Because I do have some of my own in there already, so I think that's what messed me up.
Yeah, so when you're looking at the view on your homepage, it's just going to show the designs that you have saved. You can dump these here too. You can rename them. I highly encourage you guys, if you are using designs, to rename them because it's so much easier to be able to tell what they are. I would name this Neighborhood Video Park Ave. That makes a lot more sense to me than Video Tour _03. So to save yourself some hassle in the long run, rename them so you know what they are.
Okay.
All right. What do I want to do next? I'm going to show you guys quick. I wish I could share my phone screen. I know there is a way to do it, but I haven't messed around with it yet. So does everybody have their KW app downloaded? If you don't, I encourage you to go to your Play Store or your App Store and download the KW app. My neighborhoods do not come up as in small township, anyway around that. I don't know. It is kind of dependent now on which neighborhoods command has integrated, I guess. Or the information that they have for the neighborhood. So I'm finding that bigger neighborhoods, more popular neighborhoods are showing up. I tried to do a neighborhood video for Letchworth, where I grew up and graduated with 50 kids in my class. And they don't have any information on Letchworth. So I think that will probably come with time for smaller neighborhood videos. Where was I going from here, guys? KW app. Okay, so highly encourage you all to have your KW app downloaded. The KW app doesn't involve a lot of setup at all. Really, there isn't much to set up. So once you've downloaded it, I just want to make sure, find mine. I just want to point out a couple things. Once you have downloaded the app, you actually are signing in as a consumer. So I've had a lot of agents who have called me and said, my email and my password aren't working. That's because you don't have a username and password for your app. You're actually creating your own account on the app as a consumer so that when you log in, you're looking at it just as your clients would look at it. And the most important part of your app that's going to make sharing it a lot better is to set yourself as your own agent. So once you have the app downloaded, I don't know if anybody's looking at theirs right now, but there's icons across the bottom. The icon furthest to the right says more. And within your more settings, at the top, I believe, Let me remove myself so I can make sure I'm saying this right. Yep. At the top of the app, under More, you should have yourself set as your own agent. If you don't have yourself set as your own agent, when you share the app, it's going to be branded to no one. And that's not very useful if you're sharing your app to people and you can't see if they're liking homes, if they're starting collections. It's not going to sync in with command if you don't have yourself set as your own agent. If you don't, there's a button at the top that says find an agent. I would put, let me search Michelle. Michelle, you're going to notice if you log into command later that you have a notification and it's going to say that I'm a new lead. So anytime you set an agent as your agent, or anytime a client signs up to use your app, you're automatically going to get a notification in command that they have downloaded your app. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, within the app, there's not much that needs to be set up. You can edit the buyer and seller guides. So that is one piece of the app that you do have access to playing around with a little. So I can show you where you would edit that. You have a consumer icon in command. And this is exactly what it sounds like. Anything for the consumer is here, whether that's your website or your app. So on the top right, you've got site and app settings. This is going to take me into my settings for my home page. You've got an app landing page, guys. So if somebody puts your link into, I wish I had one. If somebody copies and pastes your app link into just Google instead of downloading it from the Play Store, it's going to take them to a website that tells them a little bit about your app. So it's really kind of cool. If you want to edit your guides, you can use the guide builder. It's going to take me out of those settings and into my buyer and seller guides. Again, command does a really good job at setting these things up for you. Right now, I'm in my buyer guide. If you click on a specific step, you can change the photo. You can change the title of the card, and then you can change the description as well. You can also delete or remove the step, and you can move them up and down. So these steps do make sense for most people. You can add a step. So if there's something specific that you guys do that makes working with you special, working with buyers and sellers special, add those steps to make them your own. If there's something that you don't do, let's see, I think they took the Keller mortgage out. If there's something that you don't do or a step that you don't like, you can just delete it. So I would encourage you to just go through the buyer and seller guides and make sure that you like them, so that if people are using them, if you have clients who are using them, they're set up in the correct way. Anytime clients check off this little bubble, you're actually able to check off in the app. So if you have a buyer or seller using these guides within the app, you get a notification anytime that they check off a step, and you can check off steps for them. So within their contact card, it's going to show you their guide. And if you know that you've showed them homes, you've reviewed offers, it's kind of nice to update that. So maybe you are working with somebody who's less tech savvy, or they're not updating it on their own. You can go in and check off those steps so that it shows on their guide that those things are completed. All right. Any questions for me? Is there the last 10 minutes or so? Does anybody have anything particular that they want to look at or talk about, or that they have questions about? Going once. Is there anything in command that anyone would like me to teach a class on? No. Your Facebook business page? We can do that. Wow, this is on the app. Can I use this to send to people? Yes, you can share your app with people, if that's what you're asking. Within your app, all you do is click the share button, and you can share it to email, you can share it to Facebook, you can share it in a text message. There's some really great ways to share your app. Maybe I will do a Facebook marketing class next.
Yes.
That would be good.
Okay. I can do a Facebook marketing class. I'm going to do smart plans. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm going to do Facebook paid ads and smart plans in September.
Perfect.
And I'm going to do landing pages for your listings. So those will be coming up.
Abby, is this session recorded? I don't remember if you said it in the beginning. I'm sorry.
It sure is. I'm going to put it on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to send you guys the link to the YouTube channel.
Thank you.
And Abby?
Yep.
You can share your app on Facebook, can't you, through designs? I thought I did that.
Yes, you sure can. So if you wanted to do that, I can show you guys this super, super quick way to do that. Designs, of course. You would create a social design because we're going to social media. There's a whole category dedicated to your KW app. So right here at the top. Don't get turned off by this. Instagram, okay? Just because it says these are Instagram designs doesn't mean that they're not going to work on Facebook. They'll work just fine. So what you would do is just decide which app you like, or excuse me, which design you like the best. I think this one's super cute. So you can say use. And a lot of the share your app designs, they don't require a lot of tweaking. They kind of just are what they are, but you can absolutely add to them. So for example, the first thing I want to make sure I do is get rid of this placeholder logo, and I want to add in my logo. And it's not going to look very good because I have the white logo on white, but you guys get the gist. Now, you can add whatever you want to this. So if you wanted to add some extra text in and say, add text, a subtitle. I don't know what we would put at the top, but Michelle's app. Or download my app now. I don't know. If you guys want to add text to it, you absolutely can. You can move it around. I think it's fine just the way it is. So the quickest way to post this to your Facebook is by using this little share button. You're going to want to have your app link handy. So you're going to want to make sure you've copied, copy your app link. And then I would say I want to share this to Facebook. Then I put my message in. Hey everyone, download my app. And then obviously your app link would go here so people can click on it and download your app. It is very, very quick and easy to post social designs to your Facebook, to your Instagram. Also on the class recordings YouTube channel, there is a class that I did last week specifically on designs and how to use the designs editor. So if you guys are interested in learning more about how to use designs and what there is available to you through designs, I would encourage you to take a look at the class that I taught last week. And then any other questions that you have on it, you guys can absolutely email me. I love YouTube. So your app link is, you can find it in two places. The first place is in settings. You can find it in a lot of places. One of the places is settings, marketing profile, and all the way at the bottom. Also in consumer. Site and app settings. And URLs. Nope, I lied.
Nope.
No, it's in here somewhere.
Sounded good. General.
It's in there somewhere.
There it is. That's hero text, never mind.
Text. Used to be in here. So your guys, I don't know if yours is in URLs. I don't have an actual app, so it might show on yours different than mine. But you can find it in the marketing profile, and you can also find it, obviously, if you just pull your app right up on your phone. You can find your link that way. If you go to Share the KW app, it's going to show you your link right when you click on that. All right, guys. Anything else for me today? All good. All right, I will send you guys a follow-up email on a few things that we talked about today. And absolutely reply to my email if there's anything that you'd like to see a class on or a class about, and we will see you next time. You're welcome, Gary.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Go away.